I think you're going to love paper painting. Now this collection has, like many of our collections, has papers, it has dazzles, flowers, ribbons, and a collection of buttons and pearls and sequins all mixed up together in this bottle. Let me start with the papers. Now stop and think, what would it look like if you painted with paper? Well, I think it might look something like this. You can see that there are different papers behind each of the flowers, kind of like they were painted on or backed or just made beautifully. Well, that was the inspiration for this whole collection. Now, not only are we having the flowers, but see this line art that goes around it, the butterflies, the swirls, the leaves, and then in addition, look at that ghosted image in the back. And then we have a beautiful border going on each side. Well, that's the first one of the paper collection. And in the packaging, of course, we're hot off the press. You're going to get scrapbook page ideas, you're going to get card ideas, you're going to get even more on the back. And we always make our packaging support what's inside the package by giving you all of those ideas. Now the other papers that are in here, by the way, they're all 80-pound paper. They are not cardstock, they're paper, and they are double-sided and they are wonderful. So as you can see, there's another image in the upper corner. And the second sheet I'm going to show you, these are all double-sided, has all of that imagery against a scuffed looking background, and it's got that dark gray on the red, just very striking. You can see how that's going to combine beautifully. You get the hint of this pink and red combination that works so beautifully. I think I'll just leave that showing so you can see how well they'll work. But this one has a surprise because along the edge there is a border. You can see kind of that lacy look as well as just a whole bouquet, a whole garden of the flowers, and you can use these vertically as shown, or horizontally, of course you can. Now the next one is an all-over stripe. Isn't that fun? Bits and pieces of all the papers are included. As you can see, just works so well. You can use this to mat a photograph or journaling, beautiful cut into borders, and you just find lots of uses for it. This is a micro dot, and you can see on this wonderful kind of bright citrus yellow how well that's going to work. And then we have another border print, and you can see this. Let's see, let me turn it this way. So you've got the teal over here that's got all of that artwork behind it, and then you've got another garden. Yes, paper painting, that's what it's about. Let me turn these over, and you can see that we're going to have more on the opposite side, including an all over. Isn't that just festive and fun and pretty? Just really, really nice. We have a gray because that's going to be useful for matting. We've got the green on with blue on top. Really pretty combination. A smaller all over print. You can see there's the first one and there's a smaller one. And then we have a teal. So just gorgeous. Now while I have these out, I'll bring in the ribbons so that you can see how they coordinate. Well, of course they do. We have that's done on purpose. And I always start with the crepe, you know, because it's such a favorite of our design team. And the crepe is going to be in different colors because we want them to match this whole combination. Let's see. Okay, and we also have sheer ribbons, as you can see with that swirl. We've got a sheer dot. We have the stitched ones. We have some twine this time. Doesn't that yellow and pink look great together? We also have a metallic that's going to give you some shine. We have, let's see, our glitter velvet is in yellow this time. We have twill, we have the mesh, we have another sheer, and then this gingham that's yellow and white, so works really well. There should have been 12 in there, all 36 inches, although I think of the twine you get 72 inches. That'll work for you, don't you think? Let me slide that away and bring back the papers. Let me organize these. And let me show you the buttons. The buttons just looked like they were made for this collection. In fact, let me slide that imagery over and you can see. So we have buttons, we have pearls, we have seed beads, we have sequins, a whole variety. It works so well with the paper painting, as I think you can tell. And this is called Fiesta by our friends at Buttons Galore. We also have dazzles. Well, of course we do, because you need embellishments, and aren't these perfect? 81 this time, and they are black. And let me turn the package over. You can see the other ideas, but you can see the artwork here. And there are borders, there's words, there's focals, all together. Isn't that just lovely? So you can have fun with that. And finally, we have some flowers. These are in the teal. These measure 2 to 2.5 inches wide, and they are a perfect combination. So all of that together, let me show you our first scrapbook page. And isn't this gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Gail did this, and she has combined everything, as you see. But certainly what she's done, even with all of that, your focus is on that sweet little face. And I love the fact that she did this technique, because I think it's stunning. It's made easy with our Easy Circles template. Yes, you can't get a cutting die that's that big, because you can't run it through a machine. Besides which, a cutting die that big would probably be $40, $50. Well, for a whole lot less, for 1/10 of the price, you can get the Easy Circles template. And it's going to go from 2 inches to 11 inches, or 11.5 inches. So we've got that, and then another little one that's just encompassing some of the flowers and the dazzles. Dazzles, flowers, ribbons. I love that layered bow right there. And isn't that just pretty? See the webisode? We'll walk you through how to do this and let you see it. Now, this is beautiful right here, but here it is with an adult in there. Be creative every day. Yeah, very nice to do a scrapbook page about your creativity, don't you think? And you can also, of course, to that sheet that I showed you on the side, well, here's what it would look like using Dazzles. Fun to put them on top of the photographs, also to back them with papers, or you can color in if you like. Very, very nice. And here it is using that border down at the bottom, so you can do it vertically, as I said, or horizontally. It works really nicely. How about cards, you might ask? Well, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? A combination, there's a good idea to use that striped paper in a small piece, and in the floral in the background. This has been placed on pattern paper and then colored in a little bit. Here's one that's been backed with glitter. And isn't that pretty with those dazzles? Oh yes, oh so pretty. Here is another one that's just been colored in, as you can see. A little bit of the holographic, the gold ripple on the sides. Now, I know you're waiting for the download, and here it is. Yes, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it? I think I'm gonna turn it this way. There you can see all of that imagery that's yours. That is a Paper Wishes exclusive just for you. You can download it as often as you want. And no, you don't have to buy the collection, but it will match perfectly. So that's what we have. Paper painting flowers, excuse me, papers, flowers, dazzles, buttons and more, and then all sorts of ribbons, all together with the download all ready for you right now.